Hey guys, I'm here to start the next part of my Sonic Forces tutorial. Today we're going to be going through Spaceport. Now, I'm going to be starting each of these parts off like right off the bat, but just this one time I want to mention that obviously for all of the avatar stages you want to have the 3 perk drill equipped, the one that I mentioned in part 0, right here in the middle. So anyway, I already had it equipped, so that's all good, but let's get this started. So when you start the level off, you want to begin with a drill, slide, and jump. Specifically, a drill that you charge up all the way. So not 1 tap, not 2, but 3. Just like that. So, it's a drill, slide, and jump to get to the spring that's on the opposite side of this area. So, drill, slide, jump. So let me start from here. So drill, slide, and jump. Now you notice I obviously didn't get all the way to the spring. Now there's a second part here. So one of the perks that this drill has is when you stomp onto the ground, you instantly gain momentum. Specifically, I'm already at max speed, so like when I start walking normally, see, it took me like maybe 3 seconds to get up to max speed, but when you use the stomp perk on this drill, I get to max speed instantly. So you want to use that to your advantage. Basically, when you land around this section, you just stomp to quickly get over to this spring. Something like that. So let me go to the beginning here. Actually, I'll just restart the stage. And there's 2 ways you can do this. The method that I just showed there, the drill, slide, jump, and then the stomp jump. Or, alternatively, you can just keep doing multiple drill slides. But first I'm going to do the drill, slide, jump method. So drill, slide, jump, stomp. Oops, stomp, missed it there. And then you go to the spring here in the middle. And then, like I mentioned, you can also just keep drill sliding over and over. Like that. So both of those are very viable. I find myself sort of switching between the two. I would say neither are necessarily better than the other. In fact, I'd say sliding, or doing constant drill slides, puts you at more of a risk. As in, it risks you hitting this spring right here, which forces you into the air, which wastes a good second. So the drill, slide, jump, and then that jump is definitely safer if you want to go for that instead. Either way, those are the 2 methods that you can do for this section. Whatever you choose to do, you'll end up in this top area here. And this is more simple than the last one. Basically, right as soon as you land here, you want to do a drill and then a jump. Now, when do you do the jump? Well, I'll explain, so let me just get past these guys right here. There we go. Alright, so when you get to these cones that are here, you want to jump. That's when you want to do the jump, and then it's the hardest part of this jump that you'll want to get used to because you'll be doing it more throughout the game. Basically, you jump and then you immediately drill. At the top of your jump height, you drill so you can, well, get extra distance and height, so like that. Now the purpose of this is to get up to this platform right here that I'm standing on, compared to taking the spring or jumping to it manually. That's the main purpose of that. So drill. Just like that. So I went a little too fast there, so let me slow it down. Going too fast in a Sonic game. Then you land around here, you drill, jump, and then drill again. I did it slowly there, it wasn't going to work, but that's the basic idea. That's a drill, jump, drill, and there you go, you land here. And then you just stomp, 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 and then drill again to slide into this loop. And that's the first section done and over with. Get the check mark there. Alright, so for this middle section here, obviously you just want to land on the rail at the end of this part. What you want to do is, I don't know if I could show it off here, but let me... Yeah, alright, so you see how I landed on that badnik and I did a little bounce off of it? Well, if you do that from a drill that's charged up 2 times, like that, then you can get a bonk on top of them that'll... you can get a bonk that will land you from this guy Like, so you'll bonk on top of this guy, and then land all the way on the rail that is over here. That's optimally what you want to happen. Although I admit I even screwed that up sometimes. That's the basic idea. Oh, that's something else that can happen too. You'll be in the air trying to land on them, but you grapple them by accident because you press the A button, so make sure not to do that either. Yeah, so there I landed a little too early. There I landed a little too late. It's all about the timing. Yeah, so something like that, except it didn't have enough height. It's very tricky to get down. Alternatively, you can do a charge-up drill 3 times. So you can charge up your drill 3 times and try to bounce off of the enemies that are all the way at the back there. Like that. So the next thing you want to do with the rails is, well, just go back and forth on them. There's not really much tech to the rails in this game, actually. The only thing that you want to keep in mind for this part right here is that there are 2 springs up ahead that will keep you up in the air for a little longer, which wastes time, obviously. So what you want to do is, while holding right on the controller, you just want to jump to avoid the springs and land on the next platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Just like that. And then you'll want to get the drill wisp in here, or yeah, I guess it's just the wisp. The drill wisp there, and then go on the right side right here, and then just face right, and then use it. And then you'll land up here, and as soon as you land on here, stomp to get down sooner, and then grapple here into the QTE. Now the QTE, there's obviously no tech or anything to go over here, so I'm just going to skip past this part in the video editing, and then I'll see you on the next section. Alright, so when you land in the next section, what you want to do is, don't worry about getting the checkpoint, you'll get it automatically as you progress, but basically, as soon as you land, you want to do a jump and a drill. Specifically, a maximum drill. Or, yeah, I guess I should just call it the maximum drill, basically charging a drill 3 times or more. So remember, jump, and at the top of your height, do a max drill immediately. Just like that, and then you should land on here. If you land on the spikes, you didn't mash fast enough, basically. And then when you... Actually, I'm going to clear this guy because it'll get annoying. That's fine. Alright, so when you land on this part, what you want to do is just do a drill and slide and hold right. That's really all there is to it. Yeah, that's literally it for that part. And then when you get to this section, you want to homing attack this badnik here, and then immediately drill to the right. And then, okay, I actually let go of right there because I was expecting to land on the platform already, so that was my fault. But you'll land up here, and then the last thing that you want to do is do a drill and then slide. Now, the tricky thing about this part is when to activate your slide. So usually you want to... Wait, not these platforms. Alright. So you want to activate the slide when you get to around these ones right here that I'm standing on. The tricky thing is the timing, because if you slide too early, you might end up stomping instead, and then you'll just fall down here, which you obviously don't want. So it's all about the timing. So like that was okay. Slid into the enemies, but that's fine, really. And then when you get down into this section, you just slide, and then, or you drill, and then you slide one last time. And then you get to here. The rail section, the last one. Now, there's actually, I have to pause the game because I'll keep going otherwise. The thing to keep in mind here is that for the rails, there actually is a little bit of tech in this specific area. Now, rails in this game don't work like they do in Colors, or Generations, or Unleashed. To maintain your momentum on these rails after hitting one of those glowing blue speed booster things, you need to jump repeatedly. Like, you jump, and as soon as you land on the rail again, you jump. You basically keep jumping to maintain that speed. Now, it can be a little annoying because of the spikes that are on the rails, but basically you want to keep maintaining that for as much as you can. Jump, 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 jump. Now, I deliberately missed the one on the left, the speed booster on the left, because you do lose your speed over time, but as soon as you hit the next speed booster, you want to just keep jumping on a loop as soon as you land on the rail again. Jump, 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 And those are the basics of Spaceport. I'd say the most important thing to keep in mind is covering the jump and then the drill in the second part of the stage, and maintaining your rail momentum in the last part of the stage. Those are usually the trickiest parts I notice people having trouble with. I'm going to go over those parts one more time, so I'm just going to skip ahead to them. So just to recap, you'll land around here in the second section, and then you'll want to do a drill, and then a jump, and then a quick drill again to land on the next platform. Like that. You'll land over here, you'll do a drill, and then when you get to this set of cones right here, that's when you're going to do your, while you're still in motion, you're going to do that jump and then immediate drill again to land on the platform there. Remember, if you land too low, like if you land here or here, it means you didn't drill fast enough. And just to go over this little badnik section one more time, like I said, it's a little more difficult than it seems, but the gist of it is that you want to practice getting the hop off of the badniks to quickly get to the next set of rails. So just to recap the final rail section one more time, you drill into it obviously. So when you get into it, the whole gist, like I said, is to maintain your momentum. So after you hit those glowing blue speed things, you want to maintain it by doing constant hops on the rails. And then when you see the next one coming up, remember, it's only the left and middle rails that you want to be on. Then you touch it, and then you just keep doing those constant hops to maintain your momentum. You just got to watch out for the spikes. That's the hardest part. Yeah, just like that, I wasn't fast enough with my hops, and I hit the spikes as a result. But that's what you want to keep in mind for the rail section. So just as a recap, I'm going to be going through the Spaceport stage just in its entirety, just in one go, explaining as I go along, just like I did for Lost Valley, basically. So starting off, I'm going to do a drill, slide, and jump. Drill, slide, drill, jump. Stomp here. Stomp, drill, jump, drill. Stomp, 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 drill. And that's a weird way to get into the loop. Either way, I'm going to drill and jump here and hope I get the badnik bounce. No badnik bounce, but that's fine. I can recover easily. So I just jump, hold right, and I use the wisp that I got earlier. If you're wondering about the wisp, you will always get that wisp capsule if you just drill forward in the section with the badnik bounce. So as soon as you jump off the rail, you just hold Y and right. Just mash for this. And then you do a jump and a drill here. Okay, so I didn't mash enough, so I landed there, which is fine. It's such a good recovery. Then I drill, and then I slide. I homing attack this enemy, I hold right and drill. Then I drill, and I slide at the right time, and then I drill again to get to the rail section. And lastly, I maintain my momentum after hopping. That was mostly smooth, although I could have done better at the beginning of that rail section. So 126, that is serviceable. I stopped like a good few seconds to explain some stuff, and I also missed the drill after the QTE. But besides that, that is a very serviceable spaceport. The biggest things that I would ask anybody to go over and practice are the momentum keeping on the rails at the very end of the stage, and the drill, stomp, and jump at the beginning, as well as the badnik bounce. The badnik bounce might not seem that important, but if you get it, not only is it satisfying, but it shaves a good half a second. I would say it's really a good idea to go for it. Either way, that was the Spaceport stage. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or if you want clarification on anything I explained, or you don't think I explained something good enough, that's fine. Just let me know. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video about Ghost Town.